And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Old Republic, we have the red Terran player. We have the red Terran himself representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Nicoract. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss. It is a Creator. We go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our TVP. Here we go. And again, welcome one and all to Old Republic. Coming into this map, we do have an interesting setup and layout here for our initial 3 bases. We have our high ground main base. We have the natural as well. We do have a ramp coming into said natural, which can be opened up a little bit further. We have this area, this pathway in between the natural and the 3rd base, and I would say that your 3 base setup is relatively secure here on Old Republic, but I would say it's not really about the 3rd base, it's about what comes next, the 4th expansion. Bam! The area, the length between the 3rd and the 4th base is quite long. It's very isolated from the 3rd base, and as a result, you spread yourself very thin and trying to defend your initial 4 base setup. Likewise, you can try to expand on the low ground, but the low ground is also more exposed as well, able to attack from the right-hand side or attack from the left-hand side if you knock down those rocks. So we have seen players struggle to defend on 4 bases on the Old Republic, so we'll see if our Terran player does take a slow approach. We know they won't. We'll see if Creator can keep up with the aggression of Nicoract. As we are expecting aggression initially, economic opener, going for the Rax expand, and we'll see where Nicoract takes us from here. Meanwhile, a big shout to Magnamon in the chat. God, Pappy God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing for 9 months, Pappy. Oh my God, thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it. Gracias, Pappy, gracias. Do appreciate it. So we settle into our game. Enjoy Let's Map Analysis. I mean, it helps that we were like judging all these maps ahead of time. Like we already, like coming into this, we already have formulated opinions on all of these maps, and we already like kind of went through it already. So that is the benefit that we have. Is our benefit. We had some long nights going through all these maps, man. Yeah. Some long nights. Now there's Stargate open out of Creator. Interesting choice here. Sorry, I don't want to gloss over it. Going for a Stargate. Typically considered to be greedy. Stargate openers are ideal to give you a lot of mid-game presence, to shut down drops, and to potentially pick up some high target units as well. But this will be more difficult to defend against early game all-ins. Like 2 base all-in specifically. Reaper goes in, and Nicoract he will confirm. Okay, it does get eyes on the Stargate. Nicoract pulls away. He pulls away. Getting into his own 1-1-1 setup. Oh, and I mean, he does have to go into Vikings first. He's aware at least of the Phoenixes. So Vikings on the way, Cyclones as well. As Creator, are we just going to go old school and go Phoenix Colossus? Robo's on the way on 2 bases. I'm feeling Phoenix Colossus back. True. Can we get there? Getting up to a 3-gate setup. So playing very safely. Does catch initial Hellion. I mean, on the one hand, I mean, this map is large enough. The longer the rush distance by ground might be large enough as well to be able to viably get into Phoenixes like this. The pressure's on Nicoract. Throws down 2 more Rexes. Building up more anti-air. And Creator's just getting comfortable. Moves in. We'll lose 1 Phoenix. 1 Phoenix goes down. Yep, there's the base. So we're going into Colossus on 2 bases. We are intentionally delaying the 3rd in favor of Colossus production. Meanwhile, here comes the push. Now, we just spoke about this, about how Phoenix openers do leave you vulnerable to early pushes like this, because your army is so small, right? Your army is so small, you have no charge, you have no blink. Phoenixes, they can lift up 1 unit at a time, but Creator, he just lost one of the Phoenixes. And Nicoract, his goal here is to break the third. We'll see if he can. There is an immortal, true. There is an immortal to defend. Nicoract, he's moving in. Remember, this is going to be a vanilla move out, vanilla marine move out. The no stim. No stim, no combat shields. Lock-ons on the Eps. The lock-ons get broken. So far, Creator, he's holding. He holds, he defends. Nicoract pulling back. And he fails to get much damage done here. Remember, the longer this game goes on, the worse it's going to be for Nicoract. The Colossus, they're coming. The Colossus are on the way. Phoenixes, they counterattack. There's no turrets. Getting 1, 2, 3 SCV kills. Nice damage here by Creator. Nicoract coming in to intercept. Oh, and he will catch at least one. Up. Oh my god, the lock-on is barely broken. There's a recall. One Phoenix goes down. Only the one. And behind this, we're going for a TC. Okay, we're expanding. Third TC is on the way. Nicoract is expanding. He does move out. It's going to be delayed here by the Phoenixes. And once again, he's hitting pre-stim. Stim is still a ways away. And he's pushing into a Colossus up a ramp as well. We spoke about how exposed the fourth is, but remember, the 3-base setup is very solid. And nice force fields locking down the army. Ooh, the Vikings. Oh my god. Vikings go ham. They do get the first Colossus. Nice pickup. Okay. Colossus goes down. Stim is done. Has he done it? We can land the Vikings, man. We can land him. It's okay. He's trying to force his way through. There we go. Vikings, they try to land behind the army. Now the Colossus arrives, though. Gets the Immortal. Yeah, the Immortal goes down. And Nicoract, he's so close to breaking through, but there's a shield battery. Yeah, with the help of the battery, the Colossus barely survives. Creator, he holds, he defends. And Creator, he doesn't lose a single probe. Doesn't lose any of his economy. He survives on 3 bases. That was very dedicated from Nicoract. Losing his Vikings, losing his Marauders, 18 Marines. It was close. It was close. Oh, that's an awkward fourth. Jesus. Expanding on the left-hand side. That I was not expecting. Okay. Once again, the 4th base is very exposed. It's very vulnerable. But so far, unscattered. Okay. Let's go. For now, Creator keeps up with the rotations. Does catch a free Marauder. Marauder and 2 Marines. Oh. So nice pick off out of Creator. Behind this, Nicoract getting his 3rd. Still reinforcing with Bio. How many Vikings does he have? 6. Soon to be 8. Building up to 8 Vikings. Now, as Creator's establishing his army at his 4th location, this is where whoever has map control, which Nicoract currently has, he can rotate. He can pick and choose. Does he strike the 4th or does he hit the 3rd? You can see already just how far apart these 2 bases are, how difficult rotations are going to be. Assuming the Creator isn't already in position. Okay, he's got the Observer in the center. Does spot the move out. Ooh, the Observer gets spotted. Creator responds. At the same time, going for his own Zealot run by. Nicoract, he's still pushing towards the 3rd base. Creator, he's out of position. Yeah, this base is it's exposed. There's nothing here. Oh no! Yeah, he's racing on over. And he does not deny the warp in. Okay, the warp in will buy time. Stalkers have arrived. The base is getting very low. Can he get it? He can. Yeah, he can and he will. The base goes down. And again, this is the map coming into play. The bases are so spread out. How can you defend on 4 bases? You can't. Yeah, Okay, down goes a third. We're overextending. Yeah, we're pushing into 3 Colossus, papi. Yeah, big overextension. Kills the base, but he will lose most of his army. Back at home, does defend. 7 SCVs go down. So initially it was solid, right? Initially he kills the base, but he commits to the fight. And Nicoract, he bleeds out 22 Marines, 10 Vikings. Stuck around far too long. And now Creator has momentum. He has momentum, he's moving out. Remember, the Viking count was reset. There's 1 Viking against 3 Colossus. Soon to be 4. Okay, he just has to buy a little bit more time. Sorry, Nicoract, I meant to say. Had to buy a little bit more time. He has a better economy. EP goes up with the, oh god, the Colossus. Oh, the swipes. Oh my god. The Ghosts are going down, the Marines as well. Collapsing on top of the Colossus, they get away. And Colossus, they barely kite back. There's 1 Viking going ham. And Creator, he's breaking through. He's breaking through. As we mentioned, Nicoract, he just had a big, just overcommitted earlier, had a big blunder. Threw away too much supply, and Creator's going for the kill. He's going for the kill, he's going for the throats. He knows how close he is to ending the game. And GG gets called. GG gets called. Nicoract is broken, and Creator, he will take a 1-0 lead. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Quite close, quite clutch actually. I was favoring Nicoract. Like, Nicoract hit a very strong start at killing the expansion, trading well, until he overcommitted, right? He overcommitted into the Colossus. He threw away, what was it, 8 Vikings? 8 to 10 Vikings. They were thrown away, which means he lost a little momentum. He was forced back home. He bled out far too much in his push. Yes, he killed the expansion, but in the end, it was not worth it. And with that, GG. With that, GG well played. Creator snowballed out of control. And with that, we're now getting into game number 2. We'll see if Nicoract can bounce back. We'll see if Creator can close it out. Let's go. Actually, watch the whole VOD of you going over the maps. Oh, thank you, thank you. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Again, if you're interested, in the comments of that YouTube video, there is the spreadsheet. There's the public spreadsheet, so you can get a little bit more in depth with some comments and with some of the other judges' comments as well. It's all there. It's all there. All public. But here we go, we're getting into our next game, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the red Terran player. We have the red Terran himself, representing Platinum Heroes. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back and force the ace match. It is Nicoract. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss. Leading the series 1-0, it is Creator. And welcome one all to Ruby Rock. Ruby Rock is another interesting map in the map pool. I would say is more difficult to defend on your initial 3 bases. So here we have our natural base. There's no ramp coming into the natural. We do have a ramp a little bit further out. It's a narrow ramp which can be abused. You can definitely punish players trying to push up this ramp if they don't knock down the rocks. There's another angle of attack here on the right hand side, and of course coming to the 3rd base we have a wide ramp on the left, we have a wide entrance towards the center, and another ramp in the center as well. So a lot of angles of attack here, and we have seen a bit of a back and forth between defense and defense, and successful defense or ineffective defense as well, or successful aggression. I'm still not entirely sold on what I favor more here, but I will say that the 3-base setup here is more exposed, right? Is more vulnerable, is more prone to aggression, is more prone to all-ins. And I'm leaning towards that kind of style out of Nicoract. The rush to spy ground is shorter than that on Old Republic. So we should not be seeing a Stargate opener this time. One of the prerequisites to get away with a Stargate opener is a larger map, right? So going for a Stargate on Old Republic makes more sense, similar to how we see it sometimes on Tokamak or Maganatha. On the smaller maps, I would lean against it. I hope to see Twilight Council play, maybe even a Robo as well. Show us what you got. Oh, meanwhile, for the first time this series, double gas opener out of Nicoract, going for a faster factory, delayed CC from our Terran, going for a much more tech-heavy start. And there it is, Twilight Council in the main. More to be expected here from Creator. But Nicoract still has to confirm. Behind this, going into Reactor to Reaper. Reactor to Reaper Hellion. A little bit more committed. Oh, thank you, Picard. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words. So Nicoract, he does give chase. Not bad. He will get the Adept. Adept is going to be hunted down. From here, he can keep pushing. Back at home, we're trying to set up a wall. And the army's coming. Zeroes down the gateways. So 3-gate blink. And he does fully wall up. Ooh, the Hellions are trying to squeeze their way through. They do take down one of the Adepts. Yeah, shield battery's done. Boys are being pulled. And Nicoract gets in. Gets into the main. Rushing into the main base, going for the mineral line. He does get the Adept. Now out of range of the shield batteries. Not bad. Really nice pickups. Nicoract trading well. Even escaping with the Hellion back. Yay. Going back in, he did of course confirm the Twilight Council. Being as annoying as possible. And behind this, going for early stim. So much earlier stim here. It looks like a 2-base all-in. No starport. No starport. We have a 3-1-1 setup or 3-1 setup. Delayed starport, earlier stim, earlier reactors, earlier marine production. And this may even hit without any medevacs. This can hit with like 2 to 3 tanks. You pull the boys, you commit to the all-in. And what's scary is that Creator hasn't seen any of this. Do we have a sentry? The answer is no. Ooh, 0 sentries, 0 hallucinations, going for a 3rd base. Oh boy. So it's going to be thankfully it was a Robo first. So Robo followed by the 3rd expansion. So with this, he can get, I was going to say he can go for an observer across the map. He's going for the War Prism. He can apply some pressure. But things are looking up for Nicoract. Just waiting for those upgrades. Once they kick in, then he can go. Scouts the 3rd base timing. I'm sure he's feeling good. Yeah, here he comes. Here comes the move out. And as we mentioned, no starport, no medevacs. Now, because there are no medevacs, it means that every stim counts. Every stim counts, so you have to be very careful with how and when you stim. If you've got like 2 good stims in you, don't want to waste them. As Stalkers, they get caught out. We're still holding onto those stims. Pushing up the ramp. Trying to win himself into the base. The Cyclone does go down. There's the first stim. First stim does pop up, but he does not get the Prism. Ooh, Prism gets away. Tanks do siege. And he's pushing into the natural. Ooh, Prism goes down. Miscontrol there by Creator. Takes down the Prism, getting into all the pylons. Depowers the gateways. Robo does pop. Sorry, the Immortal does pop. Oh no, the Immortal gets targeted. Nice pickup. And Nicoract, has he done it? Does he have enough? It's close. He's overstimmed. Yeah, he does. GG gets called. He breaks through the defenses. And Nicoract, he will tab the series 1-1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Again, Nicoract, he did embrace the 2-base all-in. Creator, he failed to scout. Failed to recognize what was going on. No hallucination scout out of Creator. He did not see the all-in coming. As a result, he went for a faster expansion. He also got caught out on the map as well. He was unable to slow it down. GG. GG, well played. Not just that, but we did mention how the rush distance by ground is shorter on Ruby Rock, so all-ins make more sense. And likewise, he didn't push towards the 3rd, pushed in between the natural and the 3rd base as well. Was able to make use of that ramp, make use of the terrain. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're going all the way to the ace match. We'll see how this story ends. we go. Turned into a disaster. Well, I mean, again, a lot of it came down to just the lack of scouting, the lack of awareness for Creator. He was not aware of the all-in until it was already pushing across the map. So he had a late reaction, late response. And with that, we're getting into the ace match. Let's go. We're going to be loading into a larger map this time. Okay, we're going to be loading into a larger map. Going to be loading into Throne of the Dunes. I still find it weird that the D is there, but it's fine. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Throne of the Dunes, we have the Red Terran. We have the Red Terran player himself, representing the Platinum Heroes, tying up the series and forcing the ace match. It is Nicoract. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss. It is a Creator. Go. A patch effect due to less energy? I would not say so. If you remember, there was no hallucination scout, but there was no sentry. If you recall, there were no sentries early on to actually scout anyway. If you recall, the adepts were hunted down. Typically, I would say the Creator was relying a little bit more on set adepts and on-set follow-up to scouts. Meanwhile, Creator, looking to be spicy, throws down the proxy. Let's go! Throws down the pylon and sets up the proxy gateway. Let's go. So an aggressive build here from Creator. We'll see if he can punish Nicoract, as Nicoract does open up a double gas. Ooh, double gas opener, faster factory, faster Hellion, a much safer start for the Terran player. But what I will say is that this can still lead into a CC on the low ground, which could still be denied. Overall, I'm favoring Nicoract's position. No SCV scout across the map. Zealot is on the way. So we should be chronoing out a Zealot to run across the map into Stalker, into Adept. Typically the Adept is made at home so we can shade across the map faster. And the goal should be to delay and to try to cancel the CC. Or at least delay. And just cause a little chaos early on. Factory's on the way. Hallucination being less good incentivizes skipping them. I mean, that's true. You can definitely say that. I say that tentatively just because despite the nerf, like, Protoss players are still opening, like most of them are still opening Sentry anyway for earlier scouts. Obviously not this game as we're rallying across the map. CC is going to be delayed. Nice pickoff. Takes down the SCV. So if I guess 3 workers, 4 SCVs going down, already brutal damage. Third Stalker has arrived, and this is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand here, getting 4 SCV kills. And again, he's trying to hold on, trying to defend the natural. I don't think he can. Yeah, no shot. He cannot defend that natural base. Stalkers, they give chase. And this is already critical damage. Already critical damage is being dealt. Oh, bit of miscontrol of the Creator. Loses one of the Stalkers. Okay. That should not have happened. Oh. Leading out one of the Hellions. Nicoract, he will clean this up. And we'll see where we are in the aftermath. As both Stalkers are hunted down. Okay, looking at the losses here, 5 SCVs. 5 SCV kills, and of course a heavily delayed natural base. And of course all lost mine time, right? All the mine time has been lost as well. So brutal start for Nicoract. At the same time, the Nexus was delayed. True, right? Like, getting a second gateway here does delay the expansion, but overall, Creator is in a better position. Following up with a Stargate. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Stargate follow-up. That's a little bit scary here, as Nicoract, he has momentum. He's pushing out across the map. He has a lot of sentries, so he has a lot of Reapers. What is it to defend? 2 Adepts. Thankfully, there's an Oracle. Okay. If this was a Phoenix, I was terrified. I was terrified that the game would just end. But thankfully it's an Oracle, not a Phoenix. Adepts are being hunted down. Does get one, should get the other. Yeah, both Adepts fall. Now we're busting in. And again, if this was a Phoenix, the game would be over. But thankfully, the Oracle's coming. Oracle's on the way. Another Adept falls. And the Oracle should clean up. Yep, shuts down the Reapers and does hold. Does hold, does defend. A chaotic early game here for Nicoract and Creator. Very chaotic. As the dust settles, Creator does have the worker advantage. Does have the worker lead. Ooh, cleans up all the Reapers. Millions as well. And now we're embracing a longer and later game, getting into the mid game. Building up. Now from the Oracle, we're going to Phoenixes, so we have a Phoenix follow-up. The Banshee follow-up is going to be that much weaker as a result. Let's try Phoenixes to shut them down to punish. Phoenixes are amassing. Creator, he does take all 4 gases on 2 bases, so he's playing safe. I mean, after the chaotic start, I don't blame him. We just pulled the... Oh, let's go! We pulled the boys! The boys are being pulled. Nicoract, he's all in. The Phoenix, sorry, the Oracle does miss the move out. Ooh, what about the Stasis, though? Oh, no! Stasis goes off. Does catch the tank. Very nice. Tank gets caught. Creator, he's now aware. He's getting ready back at home. Shield barriers are on the way. He's got 2 shield barriers in production. Without the tank... He needs it. Oh no, speaking of. Yeah, Creator, he knows that the win condition here is to get the tanks across the map. But the tank will survive. The Oracle gets thrown away. Uh-oh. But he's buying time. He was buying time here for the shield batteries. Immortal production has begun. But only just now starting. Can Nicoract, can he get on top of the Robo? Can he get on top of the Robo in time? It's being chronoed. It should pop out. It should pop out. The Immortal's coming. Tank does siege. There's another Oracle to defend. And Nicoract, he's breaking through. Oh, I spoke too soon. Leading out a lot of Marines. The Immortal has arrived. He's got the Immortal. We're going for the lips. Gets a Cyclone. Gets a Cyclone. Takes down the tank. The Immortal does survive. GG gets called. The all-in fails. And Creator, he will hold. He will survive. He will advance on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played, congratulations here. A very, very tense couple of games here between Creator and Nicoract. Went all the way to the ace match. Creator, he barely does survive. I mean, imagine that game where the tanks hit earlier, right? If the tanks hit what 10, 15 seconds sooner. If the stasis trap didn't actually catch the tank, then he gets across the map. Maybe he gets on top of the Robo. Maybe he does depower and he shuts down the Immortal. Possible. Regardless, GG. GG, well played. Whew, so crucial, so important that Creator was able to buy time, able to slow down the push, and with that, we are now getting into the upper semis. We have our first finalist. Congratulations here to Creator, does advance on to the grand finals. Meanwhile, a shout out to Nicoract for fighting back, for being able to make a series out of that, and for bringing down Shin. Right, I don't want to take away from Nicoract. He had an amazing performance here tonight, going to the ace match against Creator, and also knocking down Shin. Very impressive play here from Nicoract. Very well done. GG. GG, well played here to Nicoract. As we are now getting ready here for our next series, as we're getting ready for Björn versus Christiana, another TVP, but a very different kind of